Hello, it's Yellow, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I have been feeling pretty sick for the last few days, and I have no energy at all, but summer is coming, and a certain festival is coming to my town again, and the last time we were there, well, you'll hear about it now. So we had been planning that night like for months, literally months, ever since winter ended and people started talking about that summer festival in the forest. It was all anyone in our town could think about. It's the kind of things where everyone goes, like literally older kids, random people you barely know, even those quiet classmates who never show up anywhere but suddenly become social. So yeah, we knew we had to go. There were three of us, me and my two friends who I'm gonna name Lucas and Timo for the video. We'd been hyping it up non-stop, sending each other playlists, arguing about what to wear, like joking about how we'd probably get lost in the woods or do something stupid. Honestly, it felt bigger than it actually was, but that's what made it exciting. The plan was simple. Meet at Lucas's place, pre-drink, and then his dad would drive us to the edge of the town where the festival was set up in this massive field surrounded by a forest. And when I say forest, I actually mean like thick, dark trees forest, like something out of a horror movie once the sun goes down. So we got to Lucas's house around 6 p.m. The weather was perfect, warm but not too hot. That golden summer light hitting everything just right. His dad was already grilling in the backyard, blasting old rock music, acting like he was more excited about the night than we were. We started drinking pretty much immediately, like, beers first, and someone had the genius idea to bring out shots. Bad idea, by the way, but also the best idea at the time. We were laughing at absolutely nothing, hyping each other up, just feeling that vibe. So Lucas's dad was honestly the funniest guy ever. He kept coming over, cracking jokes with us. He pretended to inspect our drinks like he was some kind of alcohol police. At one point, he just looked at us and said, "Don't do anything I wouldn't do," which doesn't narrow it down much. And then we just died laughing. Around 7:30, we piled into his car. The drive out felt surreal, you could already see people walking along the road, groups heading in the same direction, music faintly echoing through the trees. It felt like we were all being pulled towards something. We got there around 8 p.m. or so, and the field was already packed. Lights everywhere, different stages set up, music overlapping in this chaotic but amazing way. You had the main stage blasting rap and hip hop, people just vibing, dancing, chilling on the grass. And then off to the side, deeper toward the forest, there was like the rave section, like just pure chaos. Heavy bass, flashing lights, people going absolutely insane. You could also tell pretty quickly that, yeah, people were doing a lot more than just drinking. You could like smell it, see it, feel it. It wasn't subtle. And I remember thinking about how our parents had warned us about exactly this. At the time, we kind of brushed it off, but it was definitely real. For the first few hours or so, everything was perfect. We stuck near the main stage, dancing, shouting lyrics, meeting random people, and at one point, Timo tried to freestyle rap and completely embarrassed himself, which made it even more funnier. And we kept grabbing drinks, losing track of time and just living in the moment. But then, sadly, my friends, things started to get weird. It was like around 1 a.m. when I noticed something was off with Lucas. At first, it was small. He was just more energetic than usual, like way more. He couldn't stand still, kept laughing at nothing, talking super fucking fast. And we thought he was just really fucking drunk, but maybe like too many shots. But then it escalated, like really fast. He suddenly grabbed my arm and was like, "We need to go to the rave stage right now." And his eyes were wide, like way too wide, and he was sweating even though it wasn't even that hot anymore. I looked at Timo and we both had the same like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on?" expression. We tried to calm him down, but he wouldn't listen. He was already pulling us toward the forest, toward the rave section, and honestly, it was kind of scary. Going from the chill, fun vibe of the main stage into the rave area felt like entering a completely different world. The music was pounding so hard and you could feel it in your chest, like lights flashing everywhere, people moving like they were possessed. It was intense, and Lucas, he loved it. He jumped straight into the crowd and started dancing like I've never seen him dance before. Not even close. It wasn't normal. It was like he had endless energy, like he couldn't even stop if he wanted to. We stuck close to him like the whole time, and no way we were leaving him alone like that. Like, even though he had looked like he was having the best time of his life, it didn't feel right. It was too much and too sudden. And at one point, he turned to us and just started laughing like crazy, yelling over the music, "This is the best night ever!" And yeah, part of me was like relieved he wasn't freaking out or anything, but another part was like, oh, this isn't just alcohol. Someone must have drugged him. We stayed there for like what felt like forever, and honestly, time stopped making sense. Eventually, around 3 a.m., things started to calm down a bit. Lucas was still hyper, but not as intense. We were thinking maybe the worst part was over. And then, out of nowhere, these two guys came up to us. They looked like normal people at first, just casually dressed, nothing special, but the way they talked, it was different, you know? "Hey guys, can we ask you a few questions?" And instantly my stomach dropped. I felt my heart stop. Turns out they were undercover police officers. Yeah. And for a second I thought we were completely screwed, you know? My mind was racing like, what did they see? Did they know something was wrong? Did they see us do something wrong? Are we about to get into some serious trouble? And then they asked about Lucas, if he had taken anything, and we knew what was going on, and I won't lie, it was intimidating as hell at first, but then we just told him the truth. Like, we thought he got drugged, then we'd been with him for the whole time, and we didn't know what he took. And surprisingly, the police guys were so fucking chill, like really chill. One of them just nodded and said, "Yeah, man, it happens more often than you think. You did the right thing sticking with him." And my jaw fucking dropped. Like I don't know what I was expecting, you know? They didn't threaten us or anything. They just told us to keep an eye on him, make sure he stayed hydrated, and to call for help if things get worse. That moment kind of snapped everything back into reality, you know? We stayed with Lucas until he like started calming down properly. By then, we were all exhausted, slightly drunk, and just remained mentally drained. The walk back out of that forest as the sky was getting lighter was weirdly peaceful. Like the whole crazy night was fading away. And the next morning, yeah, that was rough. Lucas felt like absolute shit. Hungover, confused, and still a bit shaken once we told him everything. He barely remembered parts of the night. And we all just sat there, drinking water, not saying much at first, but then we started talking about it. And honestly, there were a few things we took away from that night. First, never leave your drink unattended. Ever. It sounds obvious, but that stuff is real, and it can happen very fast. Second, always stick with your friends, no matter what. That could have gone so much worse if we weren't there with Lucas, you know. Third, just because something looks fun doesn't mean it's safe. The whole rave section, yeah, it was wild, but also kind of dangerous. In the end, though, we were okay. Nothing terrible happened, and we actually came out of it a bit smarter. But still, one hell of a night. And that's all for today's video. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys never end up in a situation like ours. Even though it ended fine and everything was okay in the end, it was pretty scary in the moment, and now we just laugh about it when we go out to the club from time to time. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay yellow.